from UT saying, good luck to our UT alum Marquise Goodwin and
Is
Coach
Goodwin still
Shanahan.
on the team?
Yeah,
Is he hurt or what?
he's hurt.
Oh,
And I was like, damn. I said, I didn't know.
yeah.
I said, that's pretty cool, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Bro, do you watch anime at all?
Yes.
Okay. Xavier got me into the best.
Huh?
Okay.
My
want to
Hero
say, I don't want.
Academia?
Fucking yes. Yes. Did you watch
You
it
like
already?
it a lot? Yeah, I watch it with my daughter.
Dude, it is so good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like the kid that wants to be the hero, Izuki. What's his
Yeah.
name? Izuki. If it's him, the way he narrates himself, like his inner monologue and how he feels.
Uh-huh.
It's such a great fucking story, man. I love it, dude, because they get real into the story of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's legit. My daughter loves it. She got My Hero Academia chopsticks, My Hero Academia socks,
Really?
a jacket. I think she got a shirt. She got all kinds of shit, dude. But she loves that show. Books.
Wow.
Yeah, we watch it all the time.
I know they have.
And Naruto, we've been watching that too a little bit.
I know Xavier watched Naruto, but he got me on this Hero Academia,
Yeah.
and then I know Hulu has only so many seasons, like maybe 4 seasons.
Yeah.
But he said there's a new season on Funimation.
Uh-huh.
They said they haven't released it to Hulu yet. It's still on Funimation, but he's like, it has the newest season up there that's not on Hulu right now.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they released a movie in 2015, and then they got another movie coming out in February 26th, and tickets go on sale at the end of this month for a movie coming to theater.
Yeah.
So
you gonna
we'll
go
see
watch it?
Yeah. Because I loved watching like Dragon Ball Z, and
Yeah.
we watched all of the Avatar, the Airbender, and
I never really got into that one. It was okay, but I never watched the whole thing.
the Airbender,
Yeah.
the last Airbender.
Mhm.
It's pretty good. The Ong one, the Aang one.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I watched like season 1 of the Korra book, but I didn't get into there's 4 books, so I didn't
Yeah.
get into the rest. But yeah, dude, this Hero Academia, man, I start watching them, dude, and I'm binging them. I just can't stop watching them
Yeah.
because it's like they're so good. I love the fucking storylines.
Her
on
favorite guy is the dude with the split hair. He's got the white and red hair.
them. Oh,
Fire
yeah,
and
yeah,
Ice.
the Fire and Ice.
Yeah. I can't remember what that dude's name is. She knows all their names though.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Yeah, that's legit though.
Dude, I love the main hero.
Dude, it is cold, Fonz. Shut up.
That
Don't
main
fucking talk to me about that.
that main kid, Izuki Mataharu, whatever.
Yeah.
I love that kid, dude. I just love the way
You can't say that these days, man, unless it's your kid.
it's anime,
You know,
man.
because then they're gonna be thinking stuff. You
Dude,
know?
it's anime. They know we're talking anime.
Oh, okay, my bad.
That character, man, he's fucking legit, dude.
Yeah.
I love his the way he's just like so like passionate about being a hero.
Being
and
the
he's like,
best.
yeah, and
He wants to be the best.
but not only that, but he's always doing the right thing. You know what I mean? He's always like springs into action without thinking, and he's always like, I gotta save you, or even with the Fire and Ice kid, he wouldn't let up getting on him, and all he was doing was trying to make him go to full strength. Like,
Yeah.
dude, be who you are. You know?
Yeah.
He was just trying to make him better. So I think I'm on like season 2, episode 30 something. It's pretty much where All Might brought the main hero aside, and he's kind of telling him all about All for One.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I need to be honest about All for One, where it come from, and One for All. And he's telling him about the One for All, and he's like, I just want you to know you're gonna might have to deal with that dude one day.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I left off. But I was like, dude, I loved it. Dude,
Yeah.
I thought I'm kind of sad that you're already watching it, man, because
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna fucking bring something
Nah,
to you.
we've been watching it. You watching the anime?
Nah.
Brando?
No,
No?
not really.
It'd be worth it.
Besides
dude.
the
So good.
porn,
Sometimes, yeah.
The
Yeah.
octopus?
If that's the option, then yeah, pretty often.
the octopus porn.
Oh yeah, man. It's gotten to where that's the only thing that works. You know, if
Yeah.
it doesn't have a tentacle, it ain't happening.
You got issues.
I thought I was hearing something else.
Oh,
we
it's
go.
the television.
Just slightly, I was like, I don't know, something doesn't quite fit. You ready to
Go?
do it?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
All right, hit that button over there.
Where we at? There we are.
I like it.
What's up, everybody? We're back with another hard-hitting episode of From the Left Hash. I'm your host, JJ Torres, and to my right, I got my boy,
Yeah.
What's going on, man? The mouth from the south.
Super Bowl going mouth from the south.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll get into that.
All right.
Don't bring it up too early.
Hey man,
What's up?
it's pretty cool. We're back in the original Batcave, right?
Yeah, we're back in K-Brand Studios, right?
And
That's right.
it's kind of weird having an intro again, man. Hearing
Yeah.
the intro again
It's good.
and having the pre-mix of music, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Well, like
it's,
we actually listen to stuff.
yeah, it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
In the studio, we're
And
just
then on-
fucking staring in the
Staring into the.
fucking staring at
Look
Brandon,
at this.
listening to nothing.
Hey, yeah, we can make something like that happen.
And then we got Brandon on the ones and twos.
What's up?
What's going
How y'all
on,
doing?
man?
How y'all doing out there?
Same old shit.
Yeah, tell me about it. Different day, right?
Yep.
Yep. I feel
You had to work today, man, right?
Yeah, I mean, didn't every? Oh wait, no, never mind.
We got that white man schedule.
Man, y'all lucky. I'm out there working like a Mexican.
Yeah,
But
you
hey,
are.
it's Mexican, not Mexican.
Right. Yep.
Now, all in all, it was a pretty easy day. It was a little cold
Smooth.
this morning. Yeah,
So it's cold
this
right
week's
now,
gonna
man.
be.
People are talking shit because I'm wearing a sweater. It was cold outside.
Hell yeah, it was cold this morning, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
E, what time did you wake up? 12 o'clock?
No, I was up like 8:30, 9. I didn't sleep in that much.
No?
No.
Well, usually you wake up at what, like 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you slept in 3 more
Well,
hours, 4 more hours.
I mean, yeah, I guess so from regular work. Yeah. It was all right.
Yeah. All right, man. Today we're talking some NFL football playoffs. Maybe we'll get into some baseball. And then, surprise, as always, we're going to get into some shit. Right?
We just gonna bullshit and y'all motherfuckers listen.
Yep. All right, man. First matchup this past weekend, Tennessee versus KC, dude.
Yeah. It did what I thought they what was gonna happen, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tennessee was able to keep it close for a little bit.
for a little bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, like I said last week, I mean, there's only so much Henry can do, man.
So, well, to me, they weren't able to get him going as much as they have been.
Yeah.
And it could just be that he was worn out. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, 30 plus carries,
Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks in a row or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, dude. I mean,
That's a lot, almost over 180 yards per game.
yeah,
You know, I told some people at work, I was like, dude, the odds of this dude doing it 4 games straight
yeah,
is very slim.
it is. But I mean,
It's like Derrick Henry ain't a household name year after year for a reason because
Yeah.
that he's not consistent like that.
yeah.
He has good games, he has bad games, and then he gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well,
That's
he
it.
wasn't hurt or nothing, but
Yeah, but
he
he's off and on. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, I don't see it happening. I said, and once they bottled him up,
yeah,
there ain't nothing about Tannehill that makes you think he can take over a game
no.
and make it happen.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, I don't
To
wanna
me, they started throwing the ball too early. Like I would have kept trying to run it.
who
Tennessee. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if that's what's been working for you,
Yeah.
you know, you've been feeding this dude 30 carries a game, and I think he ended with like 16
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. I mean, you know, I don't know. I guess maybe at a certain point they just felt the game slipping away.
Yeah. Well,
Mahomes he got
especially-
warmed up.
Mm-hmm. Especially in the second half.
Yeah,
You know, they had to start throwing the ball a lot, so they couldn't really run it anymore. But, you know, it is what it is, dude. Tennessee had a great run. Kansas City, man, I mean, fuck. They just had the best quarterback on the planet right now. That dude's a bad dude.
you know, I thought about that, man. You know, and then he had his string of bad. I mean, they've taken their losses, right?
Yeah,
teams
but they
have
were
beat him.
hurt.
They were hurt.
He was hurt.
He was hurt. He wasn't 100%.
Yeah.
But then I heard everybody, Lamar Jackson, best
Mhm.
thing in the NFL. Nobody can stop him. Nobody can stop Baltimore. He's gonna be the easy MVP. And
He still might be.
yeah, well, yeah, he still probably will be.
Yeah.
But you heard all this talk,
Yeah.
nothing about Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
and then Baltimore gets beat, easy
Yeah.
by Tennessee.
To me, it was just it affected the off time affected him more than it did Pat Mahomes, which it affected them too. Because at the beginning of the game they
They
looked
were
like
slow.
shit. And then they were able to turn it on.
Yeah.
Against the Texans, but it was this week. I mean, he looked great.
Well, the second half. Once that dude gets warmed up,
Yeah.
you let him get comfortable. He starts making crazy throws.
Yeah.
He,
Well,
he-
not just crazy throws, man. Crazy runs too.
yeah, he
great
really
runs.
gets out of the pocket
Yeah.
and he makes things happen. That is no doubt. To me, his biggest strength is creating time for his wide receivers
Yeah.
because that dude gets out of the pocket, starts moving around, which gives his wide receivers to break their routes and do whatever, and then he just throws some crazy pass. You're like, dude, how's this dude open?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like the defensive guys just can't stick with them that long.
And then they got Kelsey too. That dude's hard to cover. Tyreek Hill could fucking
He's fast,
fast as fuck.
and he gets in between people, and you know what I mean?
Sammy Watkins is coming on again.
Yeah. I mean, they're not a slouch team, dude.
No.
They're definitely a good team, and they're in there for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And for the most part, it is because of Mahomes. That dude's something else, man.
Yeah, he's the best quarterback in the NFL by far. Not by far, but he's
He definitely plays without fear, man. Watching him play is like when you're kids and you're playing in an open field and you're just running around throwing the ball everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just having fun. That's what he reminds me of when I see him play.
yeah.
He's just out there fucking having fun. It's like, dude, are you not worried about these linebackers coming in or whatever? And he's just like sidearming
Look at
shit.
he
and-
runs right past him.
Yeah, dude. He's just like he's having the best time of his life out there, and you're like, dude, that's. I mean, in a way, it's dangerous
Yeah.
because he's not afraid. He's not scared. Anything can happen, but then it can also hurt him too because you can potentially make bad throws.
Yeah. Which
On
he doesn't a lot, man. He takes
Yeah.
care of the ball pretty good. Yeah, man. So KC makes it to the Super Bowl, and then game number 2, San Francisco and Green Bay.
Bro,
Dude, first of all, I thought Green Bay was gonna put up, at least a better game. Which they started coming out into the end, but it was too late. They weren't gonna come close. But I thought they were gonna put up a fight, man.
I mean, who says they weren't trying to?
I don't know. They didn't look very good.
So you're saying that a Hall of Famer, great quarterback in Aaron Rodgers goes out there and he can't put up a fight?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think they have the personnel to put up a fight. I mean, I was listening to Colin Cowherd a little earlier, and that dude was talking about. He was saying he knew the Green Bay Packers have been a fraud all season.
Mhm.
They're 14-3 now with the playoff win last week. They're over. They're inflated. They were a 9-7 team at best, but they're posing as a 14-3 team. Because they don't have the personnel. I mean, you got Devontae Adams, and that's
Mhm.
it.
Well, Aaron Jones has had his good games when they can get him going, but sure, I mean his other backs, Lazard, really not a big factor. Scantley, that other dude,
hmm
really not a big factor. So sure, it's just a big man, but and I think a lot of people do give him a lot of credit because it is Aaron Rodgers. They're like the great Aaron Rodgers. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And for the most part, when I talk to people and they try to like, y'all suck, or y'all gonna get blown out, and I said, dude,
People
If-
were telling you
yeah.
they were going to get blown out?
yeah, well,
Holy
these
shit.
are Cowboy fans.
Oh,
right?
that's why.
So I told him, dude,
What do they know?
I said, dude, if one man,
They're still in the playoffs, by the way.
I said, if one man can go in and beat a complete team, then so be it, dude. We played, we didn't play the game we should have played.
Yeah.
I said, that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
I said because if you compare both teams, to me, and I'm biased, but San Francisco
Yeah,
beats,
of course.
San Francisco beats them on every front except quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, which it showed Aaron Rodgers had a good game. You know,
Yeah,
what was he like, 31 for 38 or something like
almost
that?
300 yards,
Yeah.
2 touchdowns.
He had a good game, man. Their defense they got bitch slapped around though, man.
Yeah.
Like every time San Francisco snapped the ball, those defensive linemen were getting pushed back at least 5 yards every time.
Yeah.
There was no stopping Mostert. I mean, that dude, and dude, that fucking guy came out of nowhere.
Dude, they were showing, I saw not stats on him, but that dude was passed around 6 teams
Yeah.
before he made it to San Francisco.
Yep, passed around like a hooker in Vegas.
And he even started on San Francisco, on special teams. And when Breida got hurt and Coleman was injured, they had to start that dude and then another backup, and then he just showed out, and they were like, dude, the rest is history. They're like, why are we, welcome to back number 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude slowly throughout the year made himself to back number 1. But he is legit, man.
Yeah.
To fucking have a game like that, dude. And I know, like, once you get rolling, but it just seemed like Green Bay didn't have nothing for him that could stop him.
Yeah, they could. I mean, they had 2 drives where they ran it every single play. It was like 16 runs in a row.
Yeah, I think that.
And they couldn't fucking stop it.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you do that?
Yep.
Like, your game plan should be to go in there, stop the run, and make Garoppolo beat you.
Yeah.
But nobody's done it.
But, yeah.
The only person that's done it consistently is Seattle.
And I think that's more or less because we're so familiar with each other's team that we kind of just know, so they're complicated. That's when people were asking me, dude, who would you rather play, Seattle or Green Bay? I was like, I think I'd rather take Green Bay, man.
Yeah.
Because Seattle's always decided by 3 fucking points, and I don't want that to go into a Super Bowl.
Well, shit, they beat y'all by 3, right?
And then we won by 3.
Yeah, but y'all won by inches.
Yeah.
Like, y'all stopped the dude 2 inches outside of the goal line to win it. Like, that's how close those games are.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, it was embarrassing, dude. Like, I felt sorry for Green Bay fans, dude.
Dude, I was watching, I was like, dude, is this really going to be a replay of when we first played them?
Yeah. I didn't think it was because of that.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like, and I was telling people that I was like, dude, there's no way that we have a game like that Green Bay doesn't come in with more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it started happening. I'm like, dude, what is going on? But I did get nervous after the second half. I was getting texts and, people are like, dude.
You started thinking about me, right?
No. People are like, dude, they're looking good. Y'all got this Super Bowl. And I was like,
you hate
hey,
it, right?
man. I said, we got a whole nother half to go, dude. This is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to get excited.
Yeah.
Well, then the second half comes out, and Aaron Rodgers immediately marches the ball down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, fuck. That was too fast, too easy.
Yeah.
And then we get the ball right. We don't make our third down, and we're just kicking.
Yeah.
And it's just like kind of run, not doing nothing, kicking. And I'm like, dude, don't start this. We're playing to not lose bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't get relaxed. You can't just kick the ball back to Aaron Rodgers and only take a minute off the fucking clock.
Yeah.
You can't do that. And then they get the ball and they start moving it again. And I'm looking at our pass rush and I'm like, dude, y'all aren't even – they're just kind of locked up on the outside. And Aaron Rodgers is sitting in a pocket. I'm like, dude, y'all aren't even getting to him no more. Y'all are just like relaxed. Like, y'all aren't even getting to him no more. And the dude started throwing the ball. And I'm like, fuck, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go, dude. He's about to –
I mean, they put up some points quick, but it's still, I mean, y'all were so far ahead by then. It was
and that's probably what saved us. We were so far ahead.
My brother says, sounds a lot better now. Thanks, man.
So yeah, dude, and I got nervous, man, because I started noticing they just relaxed a little bit, but I mean,
and that's just that could just been them laying off a little bit.
Yeah.
But what you're gonna do that you're fucking up 27-0.
Yeah, that, and that's what I gotta take into consideration. Like, dude, they're professionals. They know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
If they feel like they
dude,
can.
I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, because they kept showing y'all's defensive coordinator on camera.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that guy's going to be gone.
Dude, I hate that.
But all the head coaching jobs are filled. Except for the Browns, right?
Yeah, he don't want to go to the Browns. No,
You
the
never
Browns
know,
got
dude.
somebody. They
Did they hire somebody?
who did the fucking Browns get? I thought they just hired somebody. Wasn't it the Patriots wide receiver coach or
No, that
some
one he
shit?
went to the Giants.
I thought it was somebody from the Patriots, man. That
I don't
went.
think the Browns have hired anybody.
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. But
Dude, what if he goes to the Browns? What if he leaves y'all for the Browns?
Dude, I don't think so. You're with a team that's going to the Super Bowl, and with
Yeah, but you're just a defensive coordinator, dude. You can go be a head coach.
yeah, but you can be a great DC there and win Super Bowls if you can keep things going.
Or you could go get, Baker Mayfield.
Nah, there's no way, dude. There's no way he would look at that and say, "Oh, I can turn it all
I'll go
around."
on it. You never know, dude. Some dudes' egos are like that. You know what I mean?
Oh man, maybe. I know the dude's he's legit, man. He's a monster back there, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we'll have him for another year until the coaching carousel starts up again next year, and
Yeah.
then we'll have to be like, shit. I'm sure Coach Shanahan's already spoken with the assistant coordinator. Said, dude, y'all watch what this motherfucker does and how he does it.
Yeah.
Study good.
But yeah, man, it was a good game, dude. Defense looked solid. The running game looked solid. Still, Garoppolo hadn't been tested, but he hasn't had to be tested. Their number one plan is working so far, so
Yeah,
they don't have to revert yet.
They're a power run team, dude. And when you can get that working with those three backs that they got,
Yeah,
why do you have to go outside that?
yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah,
I mean, the same thing Tennessee was doing.
Yeah, and I think
don't do nothing until they stop it.
I think they asked Kyle Shanahan that too. They were like, Garoppolo only got like 8 passes that game, and y'all just ran the ball. He goes, they were asking, well, why did you decide to just run the ball and not let Garoppolo pass? And he was like, because it was working.
Yeah, why?
Nice and simple. It's like, exactly. It's working. Stick with it.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
At least he's like aware of the moment. Like where you get some stories with the coaches, like, dude, the fucking running back is averaging 5 yards a carry, and y'all keep throwing the ball. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least he knows, like, we're moving the ball consistently.
Yeah.
Fucking keep doing it.
Yeah. And that's good because most of the time people are like, they'll change it up for no fucking reason.
Yeah. Which I like, man. I mean, he so far he's been a great coach, and he seems to know what he's doing. And even that little shit when he was burning clock.
Yeah.
He burned some time off the clock, and he had to go warn him, like, you do that again, man, I'm, penalizing you like 15 yards.
Yeah, it was something like the Patriots or the Titans have been doing because Vrabel is from the same coaching tree, so they were doing like the same thing. So,
but I like to see that because it lets me know that the coach is fucking in the moment.
He's in the game, yeah.
He's in the game.
He's not like old dumbass O'Brien where, it's 4th and 1 and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to go for it to kick the field goal. Let me call a timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, on my own 30, I'm a punt it. I'm a fake punt. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit you want in a coach. You want him to be, and dude, he's play calling too. So that dude's got his shit under control, man.
Yeah. And they had some nice plays, dude, when they were giving Mostert a break, and they started doing some trickery plays with Samuels and getting him involved back there, and I was like, that's pretty slick.
That kid looks good,
Yeah, he's gonna be a up and coming stud.
Yeah,
for sure. Every time not every time, but a lot of times when he has the ball, he makes something happen.
Yeah,
and shit, that whole game, I kept telling Marty, I was like, dude, they're doing so well. They don't even have to get Kittle involved.
No,
like he hasn't gotten one pass yet.
No,
I mean he's blocking and he's a hell of a blocker, but I was like, they haven't been able to use him, and he's one of the greatest weapons we got.
Yeah,
when you get him involved in the passing game.
Yeah.
So, all in all, dude, I was excited.
You're happy.
I am excited. I'm happy.
Where'd you watch it? You watch it at home?
I watched it at home, dude.
Yeah.
I had to watch it at home
with some chips.
Just
what's your go-to
snack?
Yeah.
I don't think I had anything to snack on.
No?
I just watched it, dude. It's all about I gotta be at home and I gotta have my jersey on.
Yeah.
And I gotta watch it. That's it.
What's jersey?
The one I've been wearing, the white one.
The other Bosa one,
Yeah.
the one you got for Christmas.
Yeah. I gotta wear. It's like I gotta wear that one. I gotta wear it. And the matter of fact, that day, my mom got me this one. She's like, "Hey, I got you something." I was like, "Oh yeah," and she gave me the package, and I opened it, and I was like, "Oh shit, a jersey!" And she goes, "Yeah, you can wear it today." And I was like, "No, I can't." I said, "No, I can't."
Dang, dude, you're just gonna be rolling them Bosa jerseys
Dude,
now.
I
You
love
made
it.
that dude like $100 off
I
of your
love it.
jerseys.
I love it.
Yeah.
They keep fucking winning. More than motherfuckers gonna make money.
Right? So, dude, your team's in the playoffs, man.
Yes.
Your
Fucking
team's in the playoffs,
fantastic.
and they're playing fucking Kansas City.
Yeah.
So everybody could put their fucking the NFL is
Conspiracy.
rigged. The conspiracy theories out there that they wanted a Green Bay in there for against KC to repeat the first Super Bowl. So y'all could shut all that fucking talk down.
Yeah. I mean, last week we talked about it, and I said, what would they rather want? That conspiracy bullshit or the high power offense against a high power defense?
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it looks like we're gonna get it. Can we slow down Mahomes? Can we slow down that offense?
Dude, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be a really good game.
It could very well be turn into just a passing game, dude. Everybody we're passing.
Yeah.
Everybody's just run game aside. You're just.
I don't think that's a good thing
throwing
if
the
that
ball.
happens to y'all, dude.
I mean, Garoppolo, dude, he's not a bad passer. He makes plays happen. Yes, he's gonna throw his 1 or 2 touchdowns. I mean, touchdowns, picks. But the dude will make plays, and he's not afraid.
Yeah, but to me, it's to me, y'all will have a greater chance of winning if y'all stick to y'all's game plan, which is run the ball. Because
Well,
if
true.
y'all get into a shootout with Kansas City, I don't know if y'all can win that.
The way I see it, man, and I don't know, but to me,
You're gonna see your team winning.
you
either
got
way.
yeah, but I think Mahomes has more pressure than anybody out there on his shoulders.
Yeah,
So
I think so too.
so he's gonna go out there nervous as fuck.
Yeah.
He's got all the pressure.
I'm pretty sure he has though.
I mean, maybe, but the big deal that's going to be made these 2 weeks is Kansas City ain't been there in 50 years,
Mhm.
and you just took him back. So he has that on his shoulders.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? On top of this is his second year, and he's in this big game. That's a whole different vibe.
mm-hmm.
And I give it Garoppolo's the same way,
Yeah,
even though Garoppolo's been there a few times.
yeah.
with,
But
with
the
New
offense
England.
isn't centered on Garoppolo.
No, it's not.
That's the difference.
It's not. So the pressure is going to be different by both.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Mahomes comes in with that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're able to get pressure in his face. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see a Mahomes that turns the ball over, that makes bad decisions, that gets rattled because he has this little bit of extra, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He has this little bit of extra pressure in those moments.
yeah,
But I don't know, man. So far, the kid seems unrattled.
yeah. I think he's gonna come out, blazing.
Yep.
It's gonna be tough, man. It's a tough pick, dude.
But throughout
You
his
got
season,
two of the best tight ends in the game.
Mhm.
Probably, dude. They're probably 1 and 2, because now that Gronk's gone, they have to be 1 and 2, right?
I mean, by default, there really aren't any good tight ends in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
So they have to be 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, I mean, they would have
I
to
would
be.
even give the edge to Kittle, dude, because Kittle seems like he's a better run blocker than
Yeah.
Kelsey is.
Yeah, more. They both got great hands. They both run great routes.
Mm-hmm.
They both, they don't go down easy. But okay, Kittle's a great blocker.
Yeah.
You put him to block for the run game, and it changes everything.
Yep.
And I don't know if they have that in Kelsey. They're gonna rely on who they got now, Damian Williams, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what kind of game they can get going. But for the most part, you would assume it's going to be the Mahomes show.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
what they do.
Put the ball in your best player's hands.
Yeah,
And that's Pat Mahomes.
it's going to be. I hope it's a good game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see a blowout either way. But I think it's going to be a good game, man.
Yeah. You got the best offense in the game versus best defense in the game.
Yep. And we'll see what the defense is made of, man. If they can come out like they did versus Green Bay, we got a real good shot of not stopping them,
Yeah.
but slowing them down. I mean, when Baltimore came in, when we went to Baltimore, everybody said, dude, there's no chance.
Yeah.
Baltimore's too fast. Lamar Jackson's MVP. He's rolling, and we slowed him down.
Yeah. That was bad weather that game, though.
True, but I mean, we still managed to slow him down and get him off his game. You know, he rushed for less yards, threw for less yards.
Mm-hmm.
They only won by 3.
Yeah.
What I like is that we're no stranger to running quarterbacks. I mean, we play.
But that's what's scary too. Is like the quarterbacks that are mobile are the ones that have given y'all problems. You know what I mean?
True. I mean,
Like Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson are the ones that have beaten y'all and given y'all the most problems.
it's not only that. It's Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
He's a big scrambler. I mean, Aaron Rodgers to a point is a scrambler.
Yeah.
So we faced a lot of running quarterbacks, moving quarterbacks, but you know what I like is even though they give us problems, and they're going to give anybody problems. You can have the best defense in the league,
Yeah.
and technically San Francisco has it. They're still going to give you problems because they don't sit still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They drag plays out.
Your best hope is to, you know, crash that pocket and keep them in that pocket and not let them escape, you know, which we've been really good at doing with just rushing our front four. But they're going to give you issues.
Yeah.
But the thing, like I said, is the ones we've faced, we've been able to slow them down.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all you need. You need to slow them down so you can stay in the game with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so far, we've been able to do that. So that's what I at least like about our chances going in here is that this mobile quarterback ain't new to us.
Yeah. It's not.
We've done it.
Mm-hmm. Your wife says you didn't let her watch the second half of the game with you.
No.
Why?
Okay.
What's the point? What's going on there, man?
Okay. So
Right?
the way it works, right? Is
Yeah.
we usually watch the games at the house, right?
Uh-huh.
And you know they'll start winning, then they'll start making bad plays, and Marty's the first one that says, "I'm not watching this no more. It's too frustrating," and she'll take off.
Uh-huh.
And it's usually in the second half when it comes down to the last few plays.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch this game, and I think it's like second quarter, and she's like, "Okay, well the second half I'm gonna go to my room," and she's like, "Cause I always go to my room in the second half, whatever," and I'm like, well, you know, whatever.
I'm just straight going superstitious, right?
I'm just like whatever, right? And so then we're watching the game. The second half is over, halftime, right? And the game's gonna start.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her on the couch, and she's just sitting there looking at TV. And I'm not gonna say nothing. But I'm thinking, you know, you're supposed to go to your room now.
Leave.
And so Aaron Rodgers immediately comes out, dude, firing downfield, scores a touchdown. And I look at her like, that's your fault. That is your fault right there. You should have been in the room. That is your fault. And she's like, oh, I'm going. I'm gonna go. I'm going. And I'm like, that is your fault. You should have been there before this second half started. And I was getting mad. And
Dang.
and she starts going to the room, and I'm like, if they
Hurry
lose,
up.
I said, if they lose because you already put the bad mojo on them, I'm be pissed.
You're
And
gonna
I was-
you're gonna retell that story in marriage counseling,
Dude.
in a couple years, I'm sure.
So she ended up going to her room and
So who watches the game with you? Just you and your son?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
It'll be me and my son. Sometimes my daughter will sit and watch.
Yeah.
Marty will be there for the
Y'all going
first
crazy, high fiving and stuff, or jumping up and down and
Yeah.
hugging,
half. High five.
or no? Y'all just watch it like,
No, we get all excited and
Yeah.
high five sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool,
When
man.
they won, I ran into the room and gave Marty a high five.
Don't come back out.
Don't come back out. There's still 30 seconds left. Yeah,
That's
but
funny, dude.
that's the way it happened. But it's gonna be different. Super Bowl. I think she has to stay out there and watch the game.
Oh shit! Fuck that, dude. I just send her back into the room.
Baby,
at
you gotta
halftime.
you gotta go to the room. You gotta
You know?
watch it from the room.
Dang, that's crazy, dude. So Brandon, as a non sports watcher, you probably didn't watch any of these games, did you?
I did not.
Okay, so let's get your pick first, man.
All right.
If you're having to pick, you know, between Kansas City, who's got one of the best offenses in the NFL,
All right.
and San Francisco, who's probably got the best defense in the NFL, who would you go with?
Oh, defense. What was the defense team?
San
San
Francisco.
San
Francisco.
Francisco. Yeah, I mean defense wins championships.
There you go.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
That's what I heard from smarter NFL people than me.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
what I'll be saying the next 2 weeks when people ask.
So I'm
Defense wins championships,
yeah.
man.
So I'm Team San Francisco, I guess.
Nice,
huh?
dude.
Okay,
All right,
Nice.
cool.
good, man.
Cool.
Ernest, who
You're
are you
invited. You're
picking?
invited to the house.
All right.
Who are you picking, dude?
Of course, San Francisco, dude. I've
Who-
been rolling
who
with
are you
them
picking
since
and why?
since I was since I was a youngin, and it's not gonna change now.
How did you become a fan?
You know,
You just hated Dallas and wanted to pick the other team. It was their arch nemesis.
I think it's just meant to be, dude. Do you know that I got a California ID, like my social number is from California.
Your social security number.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until one time I went to I think it was Mexico, dude, trying to get over, and them motherfuckers always try to keep me because they talk to
wonder
me,
why.
they talk to me in Spanish, and I'm just like, what? And then they get, I think they get insulted, like I'm lying to
Because you're
them.
not talking to him. In
Yeah,
Spanish,
and they think I'm lying, so they start getting aggressive.
Yeah.
And sometimes my in-laws, they gotta step in and be like, dude, he really doesn't understand you. You have to talk to him in English. And anyways, one time some nicer person intervened, and she was looking up my stuff, and I was giving her all my stuff, and she said, "Oh, you're from California?" And I was like, "No, I'm from Austin. I've been born and raised." She goes, "Well, you know your number is a California number." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that."
Yeah.
So then I went and asked my mom, and she was like, "Yeah, when you were younger and we moved down here," she's like, "you were like 7, 8, and we had to enroll you in elementary."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't have any of your stuff. I had left it behind and didn't know where it was at. So
Yeah.
she said I had to reapply for your all your numbers, and she goes, "So I had reapplied to enroll you in school over there." And she
Was
goes,
that like
"That's-"
right after y'all snuck across the border?
Yeah, so
That's
that's
what
where
it sounds like, right?
that's where. So yeah, I got one. So it's been like I'm
So
supposed to be.
you lived over there?
Yeah.
How long?
2-3 years.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't
Why'd y'all
very
live
long.
over there?
I don't know. Maybe my mom was running from something.
So y'all
I
lived
don't know. I never asked her.
y'all lived here first?
Yeah, I was born here, and then lived here for a while, and then at some point when we were younger in elementary, we moved over there for like 2 or 3 years,
And then y'all moved back here?
and then we came back here,
Oh, okay.
and then I've been here ever since.
I didn't
But
even know they did that. Did you know they did that? Have
Like they're
different
by state?
yeah.
No, I
the
didn't know
social
that.
security numbers?
Neither did I, dude. It was weird when I found that out. I was like, what? I
Yeah,
even
that's
had to ask.
crazy.
So yeah, I lived over there, and then every summer I used to go visit my grandfather. My grandfather lived there,
Oh, okay.
and so
San Francisco.
he lived in Anaheim. Well, no. It was Orange County because it was right down the street from Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Literally down the street. So every summer I'd go visit him for summer,
Yeah.
and then come back, and then one time we went over there and obviously lived over there for a while. Well, one of my friends over there, they were San Francisco fans.
Oh wow, it does do it. That's crazy. Where's Texas at?
Yeah, so look up the San Francisco.
What is that? The first numbers or what?
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Cause those are the first 3 numbers.
Mhm.
No.
Unless
Go
they've
back up
changed
to
them.
Texas.
But mine falls in that California number there.
Yeah, cause mine's not in that.
Yeah, mine doesn't. Mine's not.
Mine doesn't fall in
449
those.
or 467.
No, it's in between there, right?
in between.
Yeah, but it wouldn't fall between those either.
It's in between there. I mean, maybe they've changed since then,
Maybe.
but mine is in the California
Keep
number
going.
right there.
See, hold on. What is Yeah, mine would fall.
Would yours fall right in here?
Yep.
Yeah, so would mine.
It says not issued.
So maybe it's just a younger generation, y'all. They don't fucking claim y'all.
It says not issued.
Yeah, y'all. They don't claim y'all
What does that
because
mean?
y'all are expendable. They're like, fuck you guys.
Oh, that's not cool.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so mine falls in between
Is
the
it not
California
issued to the state?
It may not just have. Yeah, it may not have a specific state that it's. So maybe yeah. 'cause
After a
he
while-
was born like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's been
He was born at least
billion
40 years
people.
before us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had to run out. They ran out of numbers and they just recycled them now.
Yeah.
Now they're just fucking.
Yeah,
It's the
now-
wild west of social
It's like
security.
now
numbers.
nobody cares about y'all.
They were probably
Yeah.
just
Which
like,
is fine.
this is too much shit to keep up
You
with.
know, they were
Fucking-
basically like, dude, when these kids need Social Security, we're not gonna have it. So
Yeah.
fuck them.
Well, the number will just be a mock up to make them feel good.
Yeah, they're not even gonna
Yeah, I
have
get
numbers. They don't need it.
Whatever.
So
So you were kind of right. Half right.
no, I am right. That the numbers fall in the states. Y'all are just an
Yeah,
exception.
half of them.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they stopped doing it, but mine does.
Well, they don't do it no more.
They do have a new policy. Yeah.
Please see what. Oh, randomization.
Yeah.
So
So now they just do it randomized.
Yeah. So mine was
So back in the early 30s, they used to do it
by states.
by states.
So now, yeah, mine's there.
In the
So-
early 1930s.
So, anyways, I had a friend that I hung out with in our apartments there, and
I bet you did.
their family was San Francisco fans, and it just kind of
Just grew on you.
yeah. I didn't have my bringing up didn't have like people watching football games and me sitting down watching football games, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a different environment when I went over there, and they were all watching
Into
the
football.
game, watching football, cheering for one
But
team.
your pops is a San Francisco fan,
No.
right?
Mm-mm.
He's not? He's a Dallas fan?
He's a Washington fan.
A red? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. He's bounced around a little bit, man. So I
Oh, so
don't-
he's just bandwagon.
he just kind of bounces around.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sent me a picture where he was wearing a San Francisco shirt.
I thought I had seen him in San Francisco year before.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, I don't even know why I was wearing it." I said, "Because I was wearing it. You just kind of jumped on like you do, man."
You just jumped on my team.
Yeah,
man.
it's like, you know, I said that's just how it happened. But
Yeah.
that's where I got into San Francisco there, and it just kind of brought it back. And my family always gives me shit because, you know, everyone's a Cowboy fan, and I'm the
Yeah.
only Niner fan. me and my little group family. But my uncle, you know, when people give me shit like, "No, you just jumped on bandwagon when they were winning," and my uncle, who's a big Cowboys fan, he'd be the first one to be like, "Dude, I remember going in when Cowboys and San Francisco would play yearly," and he goes, "This guy was 10 years old, and we'd be all in the living room watching TV, and he'd be in his room watching the game because he was the only San Francisco
Oh, man.
fan, and in his San Francisco shirt, watching
Yeah.
it by himself. And every time they scored a touchdown, he'd come running out his room screaming, and then go back to the room." He's
That's
like,
fucking funny.
he's
dude.
like, "So I can contest that he's always been a San Francisco fan, you know,
Yeah.
since he was a kid."
That's cool,
So
man.
that's kind of where it came from.
Yeah. I guess I gotta make my pick.
If you want to host the next 2 weeks, you better
By
think about
myself?
that pick
Oh, I
wisely.
host by myself. I don't know, man. Fuck, dude, it's hard to pick against that KCD offense, man. They're just so good, dude.
It
And you
is.
know us getting beat by them. You know my team, the Texans, getting beat by them. I'm like, I kind of want to lose to the Super Bowl champions. You know what I mean? Because then it'll be like it doesn't hurt as much.
Mhm.
Oh, we lost to the team to win the Super Bowl. You know
So who is a defense that's comparable to ours that has
that
played
Kansas
them?
City's played.
Baltimore?
Nobody.
Maybe Baltimore.
I mean, kind of.
And where did they go with Baltimore? Was it
I don't know.
blowouts? I mean,
don't
because
know.
if Baltimore is probably the closest thing. I mean, there isn't a pass rush like what we got. There's, you know,
No. And dude,
A defensive
you
line.
know the Texans have a decent pass rush, and they were able to keep them pretty fucking clean, dude. That's the thing that I thought was the biggest part in that game too. Was they weren't really able to. We weren't able to generate a pass rush against them.
yeah.
So
So that's the only
Dude.
thing I could think of to kind of compare it to defenses and see how they reacted to that defense.
where are they at? Oh, they played them week 3, 38-28.
In whose favor?
The Kansas City one,
Okay.
33-28.
And that was it.
Yeah,
But that's week 3.
week 3. That was before they got
Yeah.
on their run. you
Yeah.
know?
We'll see, man. I think maybe one of the advantages we have is like I said, our front four is so good at pass rushing, we don't have to blitz.
Yeah.
But like obviously, I would say, okay, you're playing Aaron Rodgers, you're playing Brady, you're playing one of the veteran quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to blitz like that because they're gonna quickly get rid of the ball and they're gonna figure out how to get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not gonna be phased by that. We may have an advantage with Mahomes. If our front four, if you can blitz if you can rush our front four, and that's already nasty, and then you can throw blitzing in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
see what he does under that pressure, and if he has the mentality to get rid of that ball quickly and accurately, or if he's gonna throw ducks or bad
yeah, I
passes.
mean
or
that's
throw
the
it
thing
away.
too is when we beat them in the regular season, we were able to generate a pass rush against them, and he threw a couple. I think he threw 1 or 2 picks.
Yeah.
So, man, it's tough, dude.
That's the only
I mean,
advantage
I've
I think we'll have.
Yeah, it's hard to pick against that guy, but I mean, like you said, and I've always heard it too. Defense wins championships, dude. And to me, that defense paired together with that, that running game is the perfect. It's like I said with Tennessee, dude. It's the perfect way to beat them.
You control the clock with the run game, and then you slow them down with the defense.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers, man.
Yes.
Oscar says, I don't know who's he agreeing with. I didn't give a KC pick, but he says agree 100%. KC gonna take it.
Oh, fuck you, Oscar.
Damn. Nah, I think San Francisco end up winning it, dude. I like their defense a lot. Like, they're able to put pressure with 4 guys and drop, whoever. The only thing is, man, is Mahomes on the move, dude. If he's able to break contain and run around, if y'all end up playing a spy on him,
so
will they be able to contain him? And then who y'all gonna put on Kelsey? Because Kelsey's the one that's been killing everybody, man.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't know, dude. It's gonna be a great game. I think it's gonna be great.
Greenlaw's been showing out a defensive back. You have, Mosley went in there.
Mosley's been showing out,
and he's
too.
been showing out, and he went in to replace Witherspoon.
Yeah.
But he's been showing out, and then you got Sherman on the left side, which completely, for the most part, they're not throwing to that side.
Yeah, but who you gonna put over there? I mean, I doubt they put Tyreek Hill. Are they gonna? Sherman doesn't like to move around either.
Yeah,
That's the thing about it. So you can't put him on Kelsey. You can't put him on Hill.
But that kind of benefits us to a point because you have one side that they're not going to throw to, which means you can double the other side.
Yeah, but how are you going to double Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey on one side of the football field?
Well, I mean, you can't stop them all, but you can stop the wide receivers.
It's going to be tough, dude.
And with the pass rush, maybe they don't have time to get it to Kelsey. I don't know. Like I said, we don't blitz a whole lot.
No.
So there's not like they can go back and look at our blitz packages because we're not going to have a lot to look at. So this is going to be the perfect time to say what happens when we start blitzing on top. And it kind of reminds me of Breeze when we played that game.
Yeah.
It was 48, 46, whatever. We were close. Breeze had the ball back, like a minute or so left, and they blitzed him like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
And each, like twice, he had to throw it away, and the other one, he made a bad throw. And it's like, there's a difference between our front 4 rushing you, which is fucking hard to hold back.
Yeah.
And now you got someone running in full blast. So, like Mahomes, you got containment around you. He's going to want to step up. Well, now you got someone blitzing in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And right in your face. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be a great game, but I think y'all might be able to squeak it out. So there's more Super Bowl picks. Let us know if y'all agree or not. We're gonna end up, dude. I think people like that little poll I've been doing. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do that one. I won't do it this week because there's 2 weeks. That sucks, dude. Like, that's so stupid. Like, we gotta wait 2 weeks to watch the Super Bowl. It should just be this weekend.
It'd be nice, dude, but
instead we gotta, the fucking stupid Pro Bowl. Nobody watches that shit.
I would say a week so you can generate press for a week. You can game plan for a week.
That's what I'm saying. They should play this weekend.
No, I would want a week off and then play the.
You're gay.
Not 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a lot, man.
It is 2 weeks.
Yeah, I guess technically you're right.
What do you mean technically it's 2 weeks? They don't play this week and then they don't play
the following week.
It'd be 1 week if they played this weekend.
Yeah. You're right. I didn't do all that right. I didn't do it in my head right.
He's not mathing right over here, bro.
I didn't bring my math with me today.
Let me bust out my note sheet right here and let me show you.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. No need
to. Yeah, man. I don't like that, dude. It was cooler now when they used to do the Super Bowl first and then the Pro Bowl after. I don't see why you had to do the Pro Bowl first. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But whatever. Whatever, dude. I guess that's it, man. That's all the football we got to talk about. Super Bowl, it's coming to an end. I fucking hate it, man. Yep. Don't you hate the end of Super Bowl season, Brandon?
Man, it's the fucking worst, dude. It's just, because I know after that there's not going to be anything else.
Yeah.
Like, worthwhile watching.
Uh-huh.
You can watch the half-naked dudes rolling around, but that's not near as exciting because it's the pants.
What half-naked dudes?
You know what I mean? The
UFC?
fighting stuff, yeah.
Oh,
stuff.
half-naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, mostly naked.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly.
Dude, that was a great. It wasn't a great fight, but I don't
Which
know if
one?
you heard Conor McGregor. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the
Did he
night
win?
it happened. The replays.
Yeah, dude, he fucking knocked out Cowboy in 40 seconds.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it wasn't very much of a fight. I don't know, man. A lot of people are pumped up because they're like Cowboys back and all this. I mean, McGregor's back and all this stuff. But I'm just like, I don't know. It's and that's where I think he hurt him right there on that knee. Like a lot of people were giving him,
For the kick.
yeah. A lot of people are saying those strikes hurt him right there, where they did hurt him. But I think after he, like, if you rewind it, play back to the beginning. If you see this knee right here, boom, right there, like that hits him straight on the side of the head, dude. And right after that, I don't think he's thinking right. So he's just eating those shoulders, and he gets pushed off. Yeah, like he gets punched right there, good, and then he gets head kicked. Right here, boom. But he was out, dude. Like, and that's the thing too, is a lot of people were. We're getting on Cowboy that he looks great and he should get a title shot and all this stuff. And I'm like, I mean, the only thing that's really getting him a title shot is his name. Because Cowboy, to me, he had just gotten fucked up by Tony Ferguson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got fucked up by Tony Ferguson. And then he gets knocked out in the first round, at the end of the first round, against Justin Gaethje, which, he's just at the end of the rope, dude. At the end of his career, it was a good fight for McGregor because the dude's not really a 170 pound fighter, which this was. And then McGregor starts talking all this shit about, he could, stay at 170. I'm like, dude, those other 170 guys are way too big for him, man. They're just too big. Cowboy, he does good against them because Cowboy's a 155er staying at 170. Mm-hmm. Cowboy was weighing like 173 the week of the fight, which. The other guys that he would be fighting are weighing they're weighing 185 the week of the fight. Mm-hmm. Then they drop down to 170, and then they go back up to fucking 185, 190, and then McGregor. I'm just like, that's not.
What's McGregor's like ideal weight?
McGregor's probably the best that I think he looks at is 155, 155. But 155. He doesn't. To me, the guys at the top of 155 are really bad matchups for him.
Yeah, so he's on like the lower end.
No, he's not at the lower end. I'd say he's a really good fighter, but I don't think he could beat Tony Ferguson, and I don't think he could beat Khabib.
I thought you said that's gonna be his next fight, Khabib.
No, Khabib's fighting Tony Ferguson next.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and I think Tony Ferguson's got the best chance out of anybody to beat Khabib. So it's gonna be.
I'll take your word for it.
And McGregor was talking about fighting Jorge Masvidal. I'm like, dude, you don't want to fight that guy. That dude's a straight fucking killer, and he's a big dude. And then he was talking about fighting Usman too, and Usman's fucking like 200 pounds, walks around at 200 pounds.
Damn.
I'm like,
it's like you can get jacked up, buddy.
yeah, you're talking about guys that you don't know. You don't know how big these dudes are. You've never been in there with a big dude like that. His other two fights at 170 was Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz isn't a true 170 pounder. He fights at 155 too. And to me, Nate Diaz beat him the first fight, and then the second fight, I thought Nate Diaz won too. So, he's 1-2 right now in my book at 170. So, and that's not even really fighting no 170 guy.
I don't know, man.
So, it's gonna be interesting, dude. But everybody makes all this fucking noise because it's McGregor,
Well, you ain't seen him fight in a while, so.
Yeah, and he hasn't won in a while.
Yeah.
So.
But I didn't have no interest in watching it.
Yeah. I just wanted to go watch it. I really like Cowboy. I was rooting for the dude, but to me, he's at the end of the rope. Got finished 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row now.
Did you watch it at home or you went somewhere?
Nah, I went somewhere. I wasn't fucking paying $60 for that shit. You crazy?
You paid 10 or 20 somewhere else?
Nah, I watched it for free. There's no cover at Twin Peaks.
Yeah, but you probably spent $60 in beer and food.
Fuck no. What do you think I am? Alcoholic? I spent like $15.
On what?
To
Just
eat?
beer?
To eat.
You didn't buy no beers?
I had 1 beer.
Bitch, you're there the whole fight and you only had one beer?
Yeah, I had
Why?
been drinking all day.
You trying to slim down or what?
No, I've been drinking all day.
Oh, really?
I was out at the golf course.
It's that
Oh,
weight
how did
loss
that go?
challenge.
I was at the golf. We'll talk about it. No, but okay, so yeah, dude, weight challenge. He ain't ready for that shit. Look at him, fucking
Who?
you,
What weight challenge?
me and you, weight challenge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one y'all are doing.
He don't want to do it.
Dude, I don't care. I
You said last time you didn't want to do it.
I mean,
don't make us go back to last episode.
because really I don't like betting, man. When do I ever even at when we used to work together, you try to get me to bet. I
Yeah, you
didn't like
didn't-
betting.
Yeah, you don't
I
like
don't
betting
want
too
to bet.
much.
I don't like betting.
It's a challenge. It's not a bet.
Well, we put it that way just to see if we give ourselves a time and just say, let's see who drops
But there's
more
got to
weight.
be a prize at the end.
You
Bragging
lost more
rights.
weight, motherfucker. That's the prize. You're
Right.
skinnier and
You
healthier.
get to live longer.
Yeah, there you go. The prize is life.
I don't know, man. That whatever. But let's get to this, dude. So find the final rollouts of this cheating scandal. Got Alex Cora ended up parting ways with the
Yeah.
Red Sox, and then Beltran ends up stepping down from the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be the end of it, right?
Maybe.
The Red Sox are still getting investigated, but I don't know what they're gonna find, dude. Like I hope it's nothing like what the Astros were doing, but you know Alex Cora was there, so who knows? It could have been something like that. But JD Martinez came out and said, you know, he's confident that they won't, you know, they're not gonna find anything that goes against the rules.
But that's player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
all
a
the
player.
players from the Astros said the same shit. What
I
does it
don't know
matter?
about that.
None of them stepped up and said, "Oh yeah, we cheated."
No, well they're not gonna say that.
Exactly. So what does it matter what he says?
No, but they got caught already though. That's the thing is that the
Well-
investigation was already done. Like
Well,
they,
yeah.
they weren't. I don't think I saw any of the Astros players commenting before the investigation was done. I never saw any. I saw them afterwards, commenting on it.
After, but during like when there was the allegations, they were like, "We're not cheating. We're not doing this."
I never saw Bregman or
Yeah.
Altuve or nobody say anything like that.
I could have sworn I saw when everything was just allegations. You
Yeah.
know? But I don't know. It's a little different when they start doing a deeper investigation
Yeah,
because now they know what they're looking for. They know, hey man, people pretty good at hiding this and tricky. So
yeah.
let's dig deeper when it's just a regular allegation and they send the committee in there and they just kind of glance over everything. It's like, no, I think we're all good here, and then they go about their way.
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit different now. It will be a little different now.
yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Share the reply on the back TV. What?
They want to see their replies to shit on the back TV back here.
Oh, why? You don't like that picture or what?
I probably just
Oscar's probably high as fuck, so
Probably
he's
to
probably
make
just
sure-
tripping out on it,
Hell yeah. He's just distracted.
that-
right?
that's Oscar.
Yeah, it's Oscar.
I mean, if he would reply to the actual page, I could do that on the screen.
yeah, he's replying
But,
on my
yeah, he's
on my watch
yeah.
party.
So tell him to go to the page and do that, and I can put it up there
Yeah, if you go to our
if he can figure it out.
yeah, if you get out of my my watch party, and then go to our regular feed from our Facebook page, then he might be able to do it. Maybe if you give us a good comment. So yeah, man. So I think that's it. You know, they're still investigating
We'll see.
the Red Sox, and we'll see what they're gonna end up doing with that. But
But the thing is,
they haven't hired anybody. The Astros haven't hired. Neither have the Red Sox or the Mets. And it's late, dude. Like spring training's in like a month or
I
something
heard
like that.
they were looking at some AJ Jenkins or something like that. Astros. Does that name sound familiar? AJ Jenkins.
I don't know. I haven't seen any.
That was I believe it was the last name I heard associated.
Yeah.
No, it was a baseball player. But with all that investigating, it's gonna be interesting to see like if they start looking at other teams just to look.
Yeah. Well, I thought
You know
I'm
what I
pretty sure
mean?
I saw that they were looking into something the Dodgers were doing, but I don't know. I didn't read into it. I just saw the headline. I didn't really get into it.
Because they could. I mean, they don't have to have, allegations or someone saying this or that. Which I'm sure if they really took everything from the MLB, somewhere down the line, somebody has said somebody's cheating.
Yeah.
with every team.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna say this dude this, that dude that, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, well, the Yankees had gotten fined like 2 years ago, I think, or a year ago. They had gotten fined for doing something suspicious too. So I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
Right here, Dusty Baker.
Dusty Baker. Oh, that wouldn't be a bad hire.
They said he arrived in Houston to meet with the Astros.
Interesting.
So we'll see where that goes.
You were way off.
I know.
God damn. He said Jenkins or some shit.
Jenkins. I don't know where that name came from. It's Dusty Baker, and they met with them like yesterday.
Yeah.
And he's probably gonna be the hire if they're crunched to put
I
someone
thought
in
they
there
were gonna hire from
and-
inside, but I guess not.
and start cleaning up the mess.
Yeah.
And they probably don't want to hire from inside because they're like, who can we trust from the inside? What if we get a fresh face in here?
Yeah.
Probably someone who's old school, old timey with the rules, with the game itself. You know what I mean? And have him come in here and represent the Astros, and that's what it'll be. This dude's an old timey, dude.
Yeah.
One of those what would you call them, man? That they don't like change in baseball.
Purist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a purist, and that's what you'd want to get in there to kind of change the face of the Astros
Yeah.
and turn everything around. But it's gonna be interesting, dude. If any more teams pop up with anything, if they start just investigating teams and players and start really, really talking to players and saying, "Look, dude, we're trying to clean this up from the inside.
Yeah.
Everybody, we're not gonna put your name out there. We're not gonna say where we heard anything from, but we need to know if there's been anything else anywhere going on." It'll be interesting because you think 1, 2, 3 ball clubs were doing this, man. There's got to be more than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Maybe.
it's gonna be crazy, dude.
Yeah. Or maybe you'll just see how those, because dude, that Astros team was dominating, right?
Yeah.
In 2017, that Red Sox team was dominating in 2018, and then the Nationals were really good this year, but they weren't. It wasn't like the 2 previous years. So it could have just been them too. Who fucking knows, man?
I don't know.
Who
man.
knows?
Who knows right now? We're gonna find out though.
Yep.
It's gonna be crazy.
All right, man. Let's get into hopefully this isn't too loud. Brace your ears.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Oh, that's not too loud. What's up, dude?
Shit.
All right, man. Let's get into some shit, man. Yeah, dude. So I got to play golf on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was fun, man.
Yeah,
I
I
missed
bet
it,
it
dude.
was.
I missed it.
Yep.
I missed it so much.
Yep.
I love it.
That's how I feel. I'm like, man. I like
We're gonna have to go, dude.
When
We're gonna have to go sometime,
when
man.
I'm passing by any golf course and I'm just looking at it like, man, it used to be
Dude.
so fun being out there.
Hey, so I was sitting next to Saturday night, right? I went to go watch the UFC fights, right?
Uh-huh.
Fucking dude, the place was fucking packed, dude. So and it was first come first serve. So I had to sit outside. So I sat outside, and I still had 2 chairs on the table that I was sitting at, right? And I see this dude and a girl come out, and I was like, they were looking for a spot, and there was no other spot. So I was like, man, if y'all want to, dude, you can go ahead and y'all can sit here. If y'all don't mind, I don't mind. So dude, you could sit there or not. So they ended up sitting there, and the dude was talking to me, and he was telling me that he was asking me, hey, what's your favorite golf course? I saw he's wearing a Callaway hat, so we started talking about golf. And I had asked him he had asked me what my favorite golf course was, and I was like, oh, I like Shadow Glen a lot out in Manor and Bluebonnet. He was like, oh, dude, Bluebonnet was one of my favorites too, but they closed it down.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? I
heard
didn't even know.
I heard they were gonna close it down.
Dude, that's crazy. They closed it down at the beginning of this year.
What, did they already close it? I heard they were going to close it. I didn't see like an official date of closing.
Yeah, January 1st.
Wow.
They closed it down.
That
I was like,
great.
dude,
It was a great course.
It was a great course, and it was
Yeah,
cheap.
and it was cheap.
That was our spot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I think we played more rounds at Bluebonnet than anywhere else.
Because the Twilight was
Like
always
15, 20
yeah,
bucks.
it was always cheap. You had a cart. They
The
had a
greens were
great
nice.
range. They
Yeah.
had good greens.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice little spot.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
It was never really packed.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. I can't believe it, man.
Yeah, it sucks, and we'll never get a chance to get over that fucking 16, 17 hole. The water.
Oh
Fucking,
yeah, again, yeah,
the one hole he struggled with, man.
yeah, dude.
It's like
fuck
I
that
just wanted
hole.
to go one time and make it to the other side. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. I guess they're gonna develop some homes or some shit in that
Yeah,
area.
the dude was saying it was supposed to be like a trailer park or some
What?
shit. Yeah.
Well, they closed because they couldn't maintain it. The water contract that they had with the city of Austin expired.
That's
Uh-huh.
right.
Because golf course got to use a shitload of
They
water
were
Yeah.
pulling from that Decker.
from Decker Lake.
Yeah,
yeah, and I
Decker
guess
Lake.
that contract expired. They weren't gonna, I guess, renegotiate it.
Oh
And
shit.
so,
So it's
like,
Austin's fault.
I mean, yeah, you can
Fucking
make that.
bitches.
I'd say it's goddamn environmentalists. No, I don't know. Might be. I don't know.
Dang, that sucks, man. That was a nice golf course, dude.
It was, dude.
They had some. I like mini. No, you don't. Juan. I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
What
Maybe
were we
mini
talking about?
golf?
Mini.
I don't know.
Maybe
Oh,
mini
mini
golf?
golf, maybe. Yeah.
Hey, Peter Pan.
Yeah, dude. So if taking the line from the Joker, if a small person is playing mini golf, is it
It's just
regular golf? That shit was funny, dude. But yeah, dude. So I was sad to hear that, man. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You know, especially if we're getting, if we want to start playing again.
I know. It's like, damn, Shadow Glen wasn't too bad. Sometimes they had some 25,
Yeah, it was like $20, $25
20,
every now and
25. You catch the twilight hours. And,
then. Yeah.
but that, I think that's why we started to like Shadow Glen, because you're like, man, for 20, 25 bucks,
That
dude,
w-
you're playing a nice course.
Dude, that one's a really nice course.
for that
Yeah.
money.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, dude, that's a nice course compared to like Plum Creek was almost like Shadow Glen, and you're paying like 40, almost 50
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah. Plum Creek is expensive. Even Roy Kaiser's
Yeah.
a nice course, but it's
30 to
super
40
expensive
bucks.
too.
I think Jimmy Clay was the cheaper of the two, but that's
Yeah, that
because
one
it's
was
all
shitty.
treed out and
And the greens were shitty.
Yeah.
It wasn't as nice as Kaiser
well,
was.
Kaiser's just open.
Yeah.
It's just the greens are well kept and it's just open. There's
Yeah.
nothing to get in you're not hitting a bad shot.
Until you get to the back.
Oh yeah.
And
But-
those back that one hole that the dog legs to the left is a bitch.
But I mean it's not like bad. It was good.
Yeah.
That's what makes Kaiser good, is because it's open,
Yeah.
but it's
Um,
expensive.
Yeah, man. So we played. It was me, my uncle Ricky, my uncle Jesse, and my uncle Chava. You
So
know,
y'all
my
had a
uncle
ringer.
Chava's legit.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta
well, yeah, I'm
bring
not
in your
gonna-
ringer.
You know, if I'm playing golf with my uncles, he's gonna be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That dude's legit though,
Yeah,
man.
he's good. Real
Fuck.
good.
Yeah. We ended up shooting a 58.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it?
The winning score was a 52.
What?
Yeah, but they were pencil whipping like a motherfucker.
You
dude.
think so?
Dude, there were some guys in front of us that shot a 54, and we were watching like they were backing up. They were backing everybody. After them, it was backing up because they were taking so long and taking so many shots. Like they would sit there and just hit shot after shot after shot. And I'm sure they could have bought mulligans, but I'm like, dude, you didn't buy that many fucking mulligans. You know what I mean? Like, we sat there and watched all four of them putt at least 3 times on one hole.
Wow.
I was like, we're sitting there watching you. And they were talking about how they had shot a 53 the year before to win it on the putting greens. So I was like, whatever, dude. But yeah, man, I played pretty good, man. I the first drive I fucking topped like a motherfucker. And then the next 2 like couple shots I didn't hit very well. But my uncle was just telling me, my Uncle Chava is legit. So he just gave me, he just told me, hey, all you're doing is standing up. So I was like, whenever I was pulling up, I was just, hitting the bottom of the club. So I just stayed down and I was hitting pretty good shots for the rest of the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about your other uncles?
I mean, my Uncle Ricky played pretty good. My Uncle Jesse was, it's a funny, the people that know my Uncle Jesse, he's different, man. He's like super spiritual and a lot about mindset, right? So my Uncle Chava asked him during the week, he's like, hey, let's go. I'm going to go hit some golf balls tomorrow morning. You want to go? And he's like, nah, man, I'm just starting to visualize how I'm going to, how we're gonna do it. And I don't think we used any of his shots until the very last hole where he putted and made one in.
Oh, really?
So it was a rough one for him. But he doesn't play golf. He doesn't play golf. My Uncle Ricky doesn't play golf. But he had some dude. My Uncle Ricky could drive the shit out of the ball, and we used a few of his shots, I think, on irons. But they don't play golf. They're not as into it as Mongo Chavez or as I was. I want to get back into it, but my Uncle Ricky has his own clubs, but they both had to borrow shoes from my Uncle Chavez. Right. And then my Uncle Jesse, I think, was borrowing my Uncle Chavez's old clubs, and then he had to borrow one of my drivers. So they don't play.
His driver, did he fuck it up?
Nah, it was my old SLDR. I'm still trying to get rid of, man. If anybody wants a good driver, $50, man, it's yours.
$50.
Yeah.
Times have changed, man.
Yeah, dude. It used to be top of the line.
$300-$400 driver.
Yeah. Dude, it was like $300. You get it for $50 now.
Yeah, mine's are just nicely in my bag.
Dude, I want to get some new irons.
Rain hat on, and they're just
the thing is like I was starting to play, right, and I'm just like, dude, the irons that I have, they're so big. Mm-hmm. Because whenever I first started, I sucked.
I thought you had just blade style.
No, I have the Rocket blades, but they're not blades. They're like game improving irons.
Oh, really?
So they're like for a higher handicap, yeah. So they're kind of they're thick. Mm-hmm. I want to look down and see a nice little
knife edge or something.
Little sexy little blade there. Not blade, but
yeah,
something smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun, dude. Drunk a lot of beer.
I bet.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Where'd y'all play at?
It was this little golf course out in Wimberley, Quicksand Golf Course.
Was it a nice course?
It was okay. It was good. Probably like Blue Bonnet.
Really?
Yeah. It was a nice course. But it was free. Shit.
I can't beat that. Can't beat that at all, man.
Yeah, dude.
Anytime it's free. Those tournaments are always are fun when you're shooting best ball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially when you have a fun group, man.
Yeah. Me and my Uncle Ricky were laughing nonstop the whole time, dude. Yeah. Just talking shit.
I mean, just being out there and bullshitting and playing is, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, we need to go out to Valor again and play.
Yeah, that's always fun, dude. But I don't know. To me, a lot of those tournaments, man, is just too easy to cheat.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna win one of those tournaments, you're lying.
Yeah, it's just too easy to cheat. Unless you're playing in groups and you're keeping the other team score and they're keeping their score.
You can't do that because there's too many people. You can't have 8 people teeing off on one.
True. I mean, true. It would have to be smaller, like a 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 or something. But there's just it's hard to take everybody's word for what they shot. Yeah. There's some people that are just assholes. They don't care. They want to cheat. They want to win.
The group in front of us were a bunch of fucking assholes.
They just want to win. They're like, oh yeah, we just whatever. You're like, bitch. Fucking didn't.
Whatever. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was fun. I want to get back into it, man.
I'm waiting, dude. You said we were gonna go play that week, and
I didn't have no time. You know what? You want to know? So Tuesday, was it Tuesday when Sarah had the flat? Did Marty tell you about that? It was Tuesday, right? Mm-hmm. So that happened Tuesday. So I couldn't do nothing that day, right? The next day, I went and hit some balls, but I had to get the tire fixed. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't. I didn't really have time there either. That was Wednesday. Thursday, I wanted to go, and what was happening?
It was raining,
Thursday?
probably. I think it was raining Thursday.
Yeah, I think it was raining Thursday. And then Friday, I wanted to go again, but no. Thursday, it did start raining, but it was later in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. But I still wanted to go hit balls. But then I ended up having to take all my shit back from Spectrum. And that took longer than what I thought it was. Like, I just thought I was going to go drop shit off and then, leave. But it took longer than that. It took like an hour and a half.
Damn.
Yeah, I took all my shit back, dude. I cut the cord. Fuck cable.
So you just got rid of your cable?
Fuck yeah, dude.
I thought you had upgraded.
Nah, fuck. I upgraded my internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got rid of the cable, the TV side.
Yeah. Fucking dude, they were charging us $220. Like, how much is your cable bill?
I pay
like $180?
No, I pay $170.
That's too much, bro.
Yeah, and even then, I'm like gonna cut Showtime and HBO
Yeah, fuck
and
that.
just go back to regular TV, and see how that works out. I gotta have some kind of cable. There's too many people in the house to not have some kind
Well,
of
you
cable.
can do that now. I mean, all you have to do is stream.
Yeah, but I like to game, so I don't want everybody on my damn internet.
It's the same right now. I bet you there's people all on your internet right
Well,
now.
they're on it on their phones,
Laptops.
Facebooking and shit like that.
Their
But they're not.
games?
It takes a lot of bandwidth to stream movies.
Nah, I don't know. I haven't tried gaming on it yet, but
So
we'll
if
see.
you got 3 or 4 people streaming Netflix or streaming Hulu or something, because that's their only means of watching TV,
Mhm.
then it can bog down your internet. You know what I mean?
I don't
So
know.
that's why I.
I'll
prevent
let
that.
you know.
Well, I know I got pretty good internet. I mean, I'm happy with mine.
No, but I'll let you know how it is.
How come you haven't played yet? You haven't even had time to get online?
No, dude, that's what I'm
Wow.
saying. But we only switched that. We barely switched to that on Thursday.
Yeah, you had Friday, Saturday, and fucking Sunday.
No, dude, Saturday. So Friday, I had to take care of my son because my old lady was going to go watch some Mamma Mia shit.
So you put him in the crib and gave him away.
No, dude.
He ain't
And
gonna
then,
go
so,
nowhere.
and then Saturday I couldn't because I went to go play golf all day, and then I went to go watch the fights. So I wasn't home till like 1 a.m.
All right.
Yeah, and then Sunday, what the fuck did I do yesterday? I don't think I did shit yesterday,
Nope.
but I never got on.
Could have got up and played you a couple of games, and
What the fuck did I do on Sunday? Oh no, I was watching football. I couldn't play.
but that's at fucking 2:00.
Yeah, but I don't
Did you,
know.
did you get
I
up
didn't
at
wake-
1:00
I
and be like,
didn't-
all right, gotta watch football now?
I think I woke up like at 11. We didn't do shit all day. We were just chilling. But anyways, yeah.
Wow.
So
I guess let me know how you like it when
I'll
you
let you
start
know.
playing.
I'll let you know.
Are you hardwired or you Wi-Fi?
Oh, I'm always hard wired.
Hardwired? Yeah.
No, it's Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah. Then is the router in the same room with you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it may flex because like I'm hardwired in and we
I
pay.
bet you are.
What do we get, the 4? And I'm fucking rocking anywhere between 5, sometimes 600
What?
on my pull down,
Mm-hmm.
and we're at 4. You know what I mean? The Ultra or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it'll go that high up on the hardwired.
Yeah.
But when I switch it to Wi-Fi, maybe 250,
Mm-hmm.
200. You know what I mean? So it's a big flux in
Flux capacitor.
what you pull down.
Yeah.
But it should be better than what you used to have. I mean, if you were only getting like 20 or 50,
Yeah.
Hey, shout out the Podbean live audio person chiming in right now. He said sometimes depending on what you're using for your Wi-Fi, you may end up hard.
Yeah.
true that. True
Oh.
that.
Yeah, dude.
But I've always been interested in just cutting out that Time Warner router because they cap it. It's their equipment, and I'm sure
Yeah.
there are caps in there that regulate what you're getting your bandwidth and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody says you have to go with their router and get in a Nighthawk gaming router.
Mm-hmm.
And with that Nighthawk, you can
That sounds cool.
you can
dude.
you can
You know what I
centralize
mean?
you can centralize your servers to your state, so it's not bouncing around through everywhere. You know,
You
which,
could set that up on your game.
well, I know you can, but the Nighthawk gets really into it. The gaming, you can geo sync.
Fuck that, dude. You're gonna spend that much
What-
money on a router?
Not the real expensive one, but the Nighthawk 7. It's like
150?
250. It's like 250.
250 is fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude, but
Nah, I'd rather suck.
that'll drop your ping from like 50 to like 10
No.
because it bounces you.
The only time you're getting 10 ping in Fortnite is if you're living in Virginia and shit by the
No,
servers.
you can because this that's what I'm saying.
I bet you it doesn't because
it'll get a lot lower than what you're used to playing because instead of
I think the lowest you can get here is like 50 or 60. Maybe
I don't know.
40.
I've had
Because I think Cypher PK plays on like 30, 35, 40 ping.
I know people that have gotten it and they're like, dude, it lowers your ping because it centralizes your servers to your location.
Yeah.
You're not bouncing through everywhere like
Yeah, but
without it.
but that depends on where the servers are because Fortnite doesn't have servers everywhere. They only have servers in certain locations.
I don't know. Maybe it'll grab the quickest. It'll route you the quickest way instead of just bouncing you.
It
through
will, but the
what's
closest
available.
it will, but the closest one, the closest server to us is like in fucking Virginia.
Yeah,
or
but it don't
some shit.
matter. It'll matter because it's giving you the quickest route instead of bouncing you through a bunch of ones you don't need to go through to get to Virginia. It'll get you the quickest route there. Also, it like does bandwidth allocation, so you can go in there and say, all right, I want X amount. I want 70% to my Xbox, and then everything else in the house can share 30%. And it'll always give you that constant number, so your Xbox is always getting the prime of the bandwidth.
Yeah,
Dude, it does a shit ton.
yeah, but I'm not spending
features.
too. I'm not spending too
Sounds
because
like
I
you
don't
want to
have.
fucking win.
No, I want to win, but I don't have. I mean,
It sounds like you need to sell your fucking drivers or whatnot
$250 is too much, bro.
and do it.
I'm not into it that
and do
much.
that.
You know what I mean? Now, if I had somebody to be competitive with in Fortnite, then I'd do it. But you're stuck playing fucking same Call of Duty that came out in 2005.
I love it because nobody builds a fucking wall when I'm shooting at
You
them.
love it because it's easy.
They just shoot. Well, get it, bitch, and show me how not easy it is.
We still wouldn't be able to play
yeah,
together.
it has cross-platform.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Not for good people.
Look, man, you get Call of Duty. I can play with you on Call of Duty on your
Dude,
PlayStation.
I'm not buying a fucking $60 game.
Exactly. That's the,
Exactly. That's how I don't spend money on
That's
it.
the only reason why you're like, okay, that's
Buy it for me then.
that you're like. That's what keeps me safe. I don't have to worry about playing with him.
Buy it from me
because
then.
I can just say I'm not buying it.
Buy it for me then. For Christmas.
Bitch, when have you ever got me anything for Christmas?
I got you that jersey. Oh, dude. Hey, so I watched that Messiah. I watched all of it, but like the last 2 episodes, I was kind of in and out of sleeping.
Last two episodes like important episodes.
Yeah, no,
man.
I gotta go rewatch them.
Yeah.
But dude, it's been great.
Yeah,
I loved it.
it's really like
What were you saying about it? That it was like controversial? It's not controversial.
no, that's what they were saying that you said. Well, I'm not gonna watch it because it shows gay things, and I was like, dude, I didn't see anything
Yeah.
gay about it.
No, I think that's a different one.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. I was like, dude, that's a different show because I watched it.
Yeah.
I saw nothing gay about it.
No, I saw. Remember when we were talking about it? I saw the other show that it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Brandon pulled up something. He was like, yeah, they're showing Messiah,
Yeah. No,
and I was
it's
like,
not the
dude.
Messiah. It's a
And
different
then
one.
something about the Virgin Mary being weed smoker or whatever. And I was
No,
like, dude, I didn't
it's-
see nothing of
That's
that.
the other one.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
So what
But-
did you?
To me, it wasn't controversy. I just said, to me, from my point of view, it constantly keeps you on that edge of, is it real? Is it not real? You know, you're constantly thinking,
Who him?
yeah, is he a real messenger of God?
Yeah.
Or is he this great illusionist that's tricking everybody? And he's doing it really well.
Yeah.
And because they show you do one thing, right? And then they counter it with like, oh, well, he's this and he's that and he's that. And you're like, oh, well, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then they show him like,
Yeah, we don't want to ruin it for anybody.
yeah, I mean, like, you know, something miraculous will happen. But then you can sit there and I was like, well, he can get anybody to go set that up, or he can go talk to those people. There's nothing to say that that mother and son aren't working with him,
Yeah.
because you don't really see him do anything and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there's all sorts of openings there that it could be not real, but then it could be real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it kind of goes on the same thing. You got to where he's in Washington, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he does his big thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, and I thought, well, anybody could have set that up for him ahead of time once they knew the direction he's going in,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I thought, well, nobody walked behind him to prove that there wasn't something there.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna do that.
I know. I said it kind of discredits the movie, but I was like, they leave it open to
Yeah.
so much that there can be doubt in there. But then you can also take it as, dude, maybe he is a messenger of God.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen the ending. The ending really fucking like it gets you,
I
dude.
kind of like glimpsed it. I like barely remember it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch those last 2. Dude, you know what else I was watching? Is that Don't Fuck with Cats.
I heard something about that. I haven't seen it.
Have you seen that, Brandon? That shit is fucking crazy.
I've heard about it. I've heard people like explain it, and I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get into
yeah,
that.
you're a cat person too,
Yeah, it's
right?
like, that's gonna
Yeah.
hit me
it's
pretty
gonna-
deep.
Yeah, dude.
So I don't know.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Oh man. But if we're on that, I think we talked about it last week. You on Netflix? Y'all watch that? It's called You.
I haven't watched
the new
it yet.
season.
I finished the first season
Is it
over the
good?
weekend. Dude, it's fucking good. Spoiler alert. No, I'm not going to spoil it.
The first season is good.
People-
I haven't
oh,
seen
you've
the second one
first
I haven't
season?
seen the second one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard it's really good though.
It is good.
It's kind of creepy, stalker type. You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
it kind of humanizes him, and there's parts where like you kind of want him to like succeed, but
Yeah.
then like he says some other weird off statement, and it's like, oh no, fuck this guy.
Because I think
dude, I've heard-
he does so well of speaking from his point of view and making it seem like he's doing it for the good.
For the good, yeah.
Fuck,
And
man.
you really you're like, okay, I can kind of see that.
And rooting for him, and even for a little bit, like for a short period of time, it's like, oh man, he's gonna change or some
Yeah.
shit, and it's like,
Yeah, you're like, you dirty bitch, why you doing Joe wrong, man? The dude just wants to love you. He just wants to love you.
I've heard Mindhunter is really good too.
I haven't seen that either.
man, I think I've seen that a little while.
Have you watched the Aaron Hernandez thing?
No, I haven't saw that.
No.
No,
It's just
I
them
haven't watched
saying
it yet.
he's gay. I knew that.
No, that's not. I mean, it does, but it's saying. I don't think it's saying he's gay. I think it's saying he liked guys touching his dick.
Okay.
But I don't know,
I don't
dude.
like
It's-
having the opposite sex touch anything of mine.
but dude, so yeah, man, that thing's crazy. I haven't finished. I got like 20 minutes left in the last episode,
You know,
but it's fucking crazy though. dude.
hearing that makes me. You know who your friends are,
Mhm.
right? Because almost every friend I had texted me something about that win, except that one.
Oh yeah.
And it just dawned on me right now when I heard that. And I was
you don't
like,
have
this
any
dude.
friends.
I was like, this dude. I said, that's how you know that you're not
Yeah.
friends. You know what I mean?
I get you,
That's great. Okay, we'll keep on
but
going.
y'all aren't friends.
Well, I know, but that kind of just really says it. That really says it right there. You know what I mean?
Um,
That really says it.
yeah.
It proves the point. But
he had picked Green Bay too this week.
I'm sure he did. I don't know, man. Right now, I'm stuck on that My Hero Academia, man.
Yeah.
Dude, any free time I got, I'm watching that. I
Yeah.
started watching Sex Education 2. And,
I've seen that. I haven't seen it, but I saw it on Netflix.
yeah, I started watching part 2 of that.
Trying to learn something,
No, I
learn
just
some new moves.
I just thought it's funny, and then this
Dude, we both sniffled at the same
that
time.
Hero Academia kicked in, and I was like, dude, I can't stop watching this. I gotta watch another episode.
So was he already
another
watching
episode,
it?
Another episode. Who? My son?
Your son, yeah.
Yeah.
He was already watching
Yeah.
it. Is he way ahead of you?
No, I think I've actually caught up to.
Oh
him.
wow.
Yeah. I
So
think
so
I
he
think
was
I-
watching it and you just walked in on him or what?
Yeah, dude, I walked in on him, and it was about the time when they're in the academy going through their trials, and he's fighting the ice kid,
Yeah.
right? And he's trying to coach him up.
And you're like, what
And
the
so
fuck is this, bro?
I walk in there and I'm watching it, and he put his finger in his mouth, and he fucking flicks it to do his move.
yeah.
And I'm like, man, that fucking kid's strong. And I said, well, but why does he flick? Is that his special move? He flicks it with his thumb? And he's like, no, Dad. The thing is his power is so great that he breaks himself every time he uses it.
Mm-hmm.
And so all he has left is like his thumb. So he has to use it. And that caught me. I was like, what? That seems pretty fucking cool. So I just sat there watching it, and I started like, dude, that's I like that concept. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he kind of broke it down. He's like, yeah, the kid just wants to be a great hero, and he was born without powers, and he has this opportunity, and he's just like, he's willing to do whatever it takes to be a hero.
Yeah.
And he's always putting himself on the line, and he just wants to be better and greater, and I was like, dude, I gotta start watching it. So I started watching it, and I just after every episode, man, I'm just like the next.
Yeah.
Dude, like this weekend was like, double XP, weapon XP on Call of Duty. I think I've probably played like 1 hour, 2 hours of it, because I just been any free time I got, I'm watching that damn anime.
Yeah, my daughter loves it, dude.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
We got stuff in common. I'm gonna have to call Mireya. Hey, I heard you like the show.
Yeah, man.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
I really like it, man. There's just something about it, dude. I really like it.
Dude, I'm waiting for them to come out with another season of Black Mirror. Is that gonna happen or no?
I don't know. After
Fucking love that show.
But the thing with Netflix is like they've been canceling
Bullshit.
so many shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and they just randomly just cancel this and bring out that, and you're just like, dude, okay, like, I watched. Have you ever seen Marco Polo?
No.
There's like 2 seasons of one
I've heard
season of
that
Marco
one's
Polo.
good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and they leave it set up for season 2, and then it comes out that they got canceled. And you're like, what the
Oh
fuck,
shit.
man?
Why do they still have it on there then?
You're like, dude, you leave it open for the second one.
You know what it is like they pay attention to who's watching what, and then that's what they come out with. Like a bunch of people are watching something, then they'll come out with another season of that.
Yeah.
You know?
But I watched that, and they canceled it. The Get Down, it was like a hip hop.
I'll never see that.
The birth of hip hop, and it has like Grandmaster Flash showing a kid who wants to be a DJ, and he's like teaching him how to scratch and shit, and the mark and the downbeat and how to catch it and everything.
Yeah.
We got someone talking shit about the 49.
And they
Oh,
stopped. You can go ahead and delete
On
that
the
comment.
Podbean live audio stream says, fuck the 49ers.
Sounds
and
like a Green
McGregor?
Bay fan. That must be a Green Bay fan.
Fuck the 49ers.
Hey man, I would like take offense to that, but since I'm not throwing any passes or catching any, I don't. Great, you can have an opinion.
He said 10, Tennessee, I guess.
Oh,
The Titans?
He's a Titan
yeah,
fan.
they lost.
All right.
They did, man. I mean, dude, you know what?
It is what it is, man.
It is. They got a team to build on. They got a defense to build on. Is
Yeah.
Tannehill your guy? I doubt it. He's never been anybody's guy.
Maybe they go get Brady.
I don't know.
Mike Vrabel's there.
True, but can Brady survive behind that line?
I don't know.
You know, I mean, the rumors are it would be like the Chargers he'd go to, but
Why the Chargers? Oh, because San Diego.
Yeah,
He's
but
got a house over there.
I don't know. But they have a
That
defense to build
motherfucker
on.
could buy a house wherever, though. Shit.
And I think for Bouchel's, not Bouchel, what's her, Bouchen,
Bucci.
Janelle, whatever.
Yeah.
I think for her modeling career to stay around LA,
Mm.
you know. But I don't know.
I don't know, man.
What
We
the
gotta
fuck we
get
talking
out
about?
of here.
This dude fucked us all up, man. Way to go.
Let's get out of here, man. All right, man. Good show. Good
Good
show,
show.
everybody.
It's great to be back.
Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at From the Left Hash. Thanks for tuning in. Love y'all. See y'all
Love
next
y'all.
week.
See y'all. Bang some chains.